skip it. See it or skip it. See it or skip it.
Welcome everybody to a new See It or Skip It, where we have changed venues. Now we're in the same spot, but we moved into a different room. They're doing some renovations in the beautiful theater, so now we're at what I would like to call the Gold Room. I know there's an actual name for this room.
It's like a fancy lobby.
Fancy lobby.
Right.
If you look above, you've got these beautiful reels that are lights that we've been showing some people
I want
of.
for my house now.
Yeah, this would be so cool for any type of like home theater situation.
It really would be.
But I don't have the basement for that. I stick my hand up and I'm touching the ceiling.
Truth.
And I'm like 5 foot. Welcome everybody. We are so excited to be talking about a couple of movies today, plus we have things on streaming. Invincible Season 2 just came out, and I of course am joined by Kent Dunn.
Okay, Patrick, how's it going?
Oh man, where do we begin?
Where do we begin? Well, we got to start with the one that I think hasn't been promoted hardly at all, but will like sweep the box office, I think.
Teehee?
Yeah, Teehee.
Let me tell you something. In this life, you're either a winner or you're a loser. Y'all want to work in a steel mill like me for the rest of your days?
No, sir.
Yeah, because I sure as hell don't. Y'all willing to fight for it?
Yes, sir.
I need to hear you a little louder. Y'all willing to fight for it?
Yes, sir.
Ready whenever you are, Michael.
Okay.
Michael Jackson, the Michael Jackson documentary biopic. Mm-hmm. I have talked to people and like, yeah, I'm seeing the movie this week, and they're like, there's a Michael Jackson movie coming out?
People don't know?
Yeah, people don't know.
You see, what's surprising is I've only heard people asking about it.
Okay. Yeah, what have people said? Are they excited about it?
Everyone's kind of like...
Leery.
Yeah, leery is a great way to define it. Like I came in with no expectations. Mm-hmm. In fact, I was like, this is going to be another run-of-the-mill generic biopic thing that we've always seen. And it did end up being that. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, there's such a fervent fan base of his that still exists today.
Yeah.
And if you're looking online right now, the discussions and the commentaries are just kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
We had a chance to see this.
Yeah.
What did you think?
Well, listen, this is a debate between critics who give it a low score and the audience that will give it a very high score, I think. At least the audience that will see it. I think I'm somewhere in the middle, right? Like, and I don't know if I differ from you too much, seeing some of your early thoughts, but I watched it and I was like, I am entertained this entire time. I think this is other than having some darker themes of abuse and whatnot, I think this is kind of a family-friendly movie. People are like, does this get dark? And I'm like, not really. Not more than like an after school.
Anything, it gets a little lighter.
It's just, it's very light, right?
We're cutting that joke. He didn't get it.
Oh yeah. And, I get you. Wonderful. And so it's almost like for me watching the movie, I wanted to kind of get the darkness within. I wanted to find out why he thinks the way he does, why Michael is a little stranger. And it just really details events from his life, and it really taught me nothing new.
No.
However, the musical sequences, amazing. Jafar Jackson's performance in them, it's great.
Amazing.
Yes.
It's tough to say that this is gonna go deep into his psyche when you look at the producer credits and it's his entire family. And his nephew's playing him. Yeah. And there was already legal issues that made them have to recut the entire ending.
Yes.
There's so much about this that felt like they needed to play it safe. Surprisingly, I couldn't tell that it was like reshot. It does feel like they ended it at the place that they wanted to, which, by the way, this takes place from the Jackson 5, his relationship with his father, Joe Jackson, who's incredible.
Coleman
Domingo is great.
He's great.
But the rest of the family are kind of sidelined. The mom just kind of is always concerned. Yeah. And that's about it.
Janet's not there.
Janet's not there, and she didn't want to be apparently.
And the brothers have no lines.
They really have nothing.
Yeah.
Even though the whole movie is about, well, we got to do this for the family.
Yeah.
The family don't have speaking lines.
Yeah.
Like you're taking them all, Coleman. I'm wishing that they did explore more, but who thought they were going to do that? Honestly.
Yeah.
It's not built for that. This is built for a concert-going experience with little bits and pieces to tie it together so they can call it a movie. But it's really just about people that loved Michael Jackson. Did you listen to his music? Here's his golden age.
Right.
Check it out.
Yeah, and I'm disappointed by it because Antoine Fuqua, he directed this movie, and he knows what he's doing. He's been around forever. I think the studio got involved quite a bit, like you said, a kind of a reshot ending that he couldn't make maybe the movie he wanted to. And so he just had to make this kind of a Bohemian Rhapsody type movie where it's like, yep, we're just going to get to the new song and the next song and the next song.
Yep, but the songs were good.
They were great.
And you're right, Jafar Jackson, like he completely embodies Michael Jackson from the dancing, from the singing.
Yeah.
Even his acting is fairly good.
Yes.
It's tough to tell because Michael Jackson is already a character himself, a caricature himself.
Right.
So like if this is just a great impression or if he's a great actor, I'm not entirely 100% there.
Like there's a scene where he's talking to a llama and he has the high voice.
Like you do.
Yeah, right. And I'm like, this seems a little silly. I'm like, well, that's kind of what Michael Jackson portrayed himself to be.
Right.
So why not show that? But it does stop, right? There's really no third act here.
No, it abruptly ends right when the bad tour starts.
Yes.
Do you think that was worth it? And do you think they were setting it up for a sequel with that end tag?
Yeah, because
Why would they do that?
Well, here's the thing.
It's not going to go, like, it's just going to get weirder.
The problem is this movie's so light, and any continuation, and I think they've shot the movie or they plan to shoot the movie based on box office.
Oh, okay.
But if they start the next movie in the 90s, it's going to be the downfall of Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
And so tonally, it's going to be the opposite of this one.
Yep, it'll be Joker 2.
Right.
Folie à deux.
Yeah.
And it's like, not to mention, then you're going to have to bring up all of the other things, all the allegations.
Which
and
legally they can't bring up some.
Right, and that's what's so interesting is what is the definition of a biopic? If you can't really tell the things about the person still.
Right.
And that's why I honestly take issue with many biopics where the estate's involved or the person is still alive that they're doing this based on. Because if they're a producer, like the Bruce Springsteen one, like the Bob Dylan one, they're obviously going to have notes and things that they want to focus on and things maybe they don't want to focus on.
I mean, this is one where I feel like everyone involved, every biopic shouldn't come out until they're dead or the estate's dead or something where it's like we can give a true life picture of what happened here.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think they will, or is this is the best that they're going to be able to do?
This is the best we're going to get for another 20 years, probably.
I don't think they're going to. If anything, we're probably going to get more documentary series out. Maybe
About
there will
him.
be a mini series or something down the line, but it's not going to be produced by these people.
Good. Because to be produced by to be produced by the Jacksons, I think is the downfall. Because it's peachy keen. Which, you know what, I've even recommended to people. Like, once again, my review is see it. Which is weird because I'm like, it's not a good movie,
right?
But it's an entertaining movie. This is one to see in the theater.
That's the thing. Like, it's still kind of an event film if you want to participate in that event. And that's the big caveat is if you're going here looking for any depth or looking for answers, you're just there to be entertained with music at the end of the day. And some good performances, but mostly the music. So I'm giving it a see it too.
I know.
With that caveat. And it is strange that we both are doing that for this one. So let us know if you guys are checking out this movie, what you think. And I don't know, if you love Michael Jackson, put in a comment what your favorite song is. And let's move into the next film that you had a chance to see yesterday.
I dream of a lady in body. A tale that she... Get lost! Fucking rabbit! Short! Fucking straight! Can't help it! It's a shame today!
This movie made a buzz initially, and maybe we don't even need to talk about that, but the guy who played the main character...
Oh, we should talk about that.
Okay.
This is the guy that when it was happening, what was it, the BAFTAs?
Yes, the BAFTAs.
Yep, where the guy that was getting an award, who also has Tourette's, yelled the N-word when Michael B. Jordan was up accepting his award.
Right.
And
I mean, that's the thing.
A whole controversy.
But it's so, this is going to sound weird, apt for the movie. This is a movie all about education, where it's like there's a kid who's just a normal kid, and then all of a sudden Tourette's started to develop. And his dad couldn't deal with it. His mom couldn't deal with it. Everyone at school obviously made fun of him the entire time. So this is a typical bullying situation, and then society doesn't understand. A new prognosis, essentially. And so it's a guy that literally says the worst thing at the worst time.
Right.
Because Tourette's, you just can't help it. And so even in the BAFTAs, I'm like, sadly, that makes sense.
Well, of course it makes sense for what he did. And I'm interested to know if this actually ended up being a good encompassing story that delves into what Tourette's is for you.
Completely.
Really?
Yeah. It really is one of these things where, by the way, if you don't like language, don't see this movie because it's the worst things you could possibly think of. But it almost doesn't feel crass because the movie's not trying to be that. It's just like, it basically says, isn't that awkward for everyone around him? because he can't help this. But then other people start to understand Tourette's more and more, and by the end it kind of has this biopic message where now there's awareness. What more can we do?
Interesting.
Yeah,
When did this premiere?
This was last year, a very British film, and so I think just barely here.
Is it in theaters now?
Yeah, it's in theaters now. It'll be on streaming very soon. But yeah, this one, the main guy, he won the BAFTA for the Best Actor this past year, and honestly, well deserved.
Now, do you think this is worth going to see in a theater?
Absolutely not.
No?
Yeah, kind of like the opposite of Michael, where that was a performance. This one is one to watch at home and just to kind of take it in.
Yeah.
Because it does teach you a lot and be like a little more aware of how people are.
Do you think documentaries should be seen in theaters?
Oh, I feel like anything that like you can really get into with an audience should be seen in theaters, which is why horror films and comedies, generally I do. But no, maybe not, I don't know.
Well, a found footage film is essentially like a fake documentary.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Or like even Super Size Me. Remember when
Yes.
that came out? That was
Right.
a huge thing that was happening.
Right.
I can't remember the last big documentary that came out though. That was.
I know. Typically I do it at Sundance and everyone's like, wow, I learned something today, but it's also things you could just watch at home and be just fine.
Right.
So yeah, we have 2 biopics already this week. This one has the depth where the Michael one didn't. That one had the entertainment value that this one doesn't.
Right. And this one is a see it.
It's a see it.
All right. Well, make sure you guys check that out. Let's move on to Mother Mary.
I haven't seen you in over 10 years. So, tell me about your new song.
You want to hear it?
Show me. But do it without your music,
Why?
because I don't want to hear it.
This is Anne Hathaway
Yeah.
playing Mother Mary, who is a Lady Gaga type star, and she needs a new dress for her comeback tour, and she's going to her old costume designer who has quite a bit of beef with her.
Oh, yeah.
And they start going at it with the most well-written
Just barbs back and
barbs.
forth.
Yeah, and like so eloquent in how they say them.
Yeah.
Some overwritten.
Yeah.
But still, like, it's funny. There's a ghost. The ghost
Okay.
isn't a ghost. They're in love. I don't know if they're in love. It's everything and it's nothing, and I don't really know what this movie
And I
is.
almost want to prep people and say it's nothing, but then you find the beauty in the nothing. Because it's a movie where Anne Hathaway, her character, is in a bad way. She's meant to be the superstar, but to her former best friend and dressmaker, she is pathetic in the moment, right? She's desperate for a dress that she needs in 3 days.
Right.
And it becomes a 2-hour conversation. It's just them, essentially. And it's just back and forth, back and forth. But then as they go, we talked about this production design here. As they open up this barn where they're creating this dress, you're in the concert venue. You're in a room where there's a seance being done.
Yeah.
And so for I would say, for me, tonally bizarre. Not off, but for the first hour, it's like kind of trying to prove each other. But then it becomes a ghost story.
Yep.
And then it becomes something else entirely.
David Lowery directed this. He also
Yeah.
directed The Green Knight, Pete's
Right.
Dragon. The Green Knight was also very cerebral, weird, and
Yeah.
had a lot of ambiguity to its messaging.
Right.
This one, it goes a little bit further. This there's a lot that I'm going to have to re-explore by watching this again
Yeah.
later on. But I do love the artistry of this. The set design is insane. The costume design is incredible.
Right.
And seeing them take this room, if it were to just open up suddenly, and there's a whole set depicting what we're describing about our childhood or something.
Yes.
That's how they're doing it. It very much feels like a Broadway show.
Yeah.
In some cases
Yeah.
where they do that. I thought both of the performances were fantastic.
Yeah, Michaela Cole
Michaela
plays the
Cole,
seamstress, by the way.
If
She's
you've not
amazing.
watched Chewing Gum, have you seen that
Yes.
show? Chewing Gum is amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that she was in a movie now to be able to really
And
show
she holds
off.
her own. She's probably the most dominant character in the movie.
Yeah, she's angry.
Yeah,
but,
she is
never
angry.
never really acts on it. You could just tell with the way that she's able to just emote with her eyes.
Yes.
And this is really good.
Okay, but here's my problem with the movie. I love the artistry. I think I hate everything else. It's like I have a real problem with here we are. I mean, this show is very thematic. Pop stars.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, pop stars are the most important people on the planet, and I need this dress for my comeback because I'm writing the greatest pop song of all time.
Right.
I'm like, you need a dress for a concert.
Right. Well,
Take it easy.
I think the movie is very aware that she's kind of really
Shallow.
narcissistic and shallow.
Yeah. But it makes everything else cosmic in a way.
Or do you just
Or
kind of
destined?
disassociate either way? Because it's like, I don't,
Maybe.
I don't relate to this at all.
A little bit, where essentially they get to, they're going to do the greatest pop song of all time. And there are songs in this movie. It is sort of a concert musical. There's maybe 4 songs in it. I don't want to spoil anything, but they leave you unsatisfied.
Charlie XCX did the music.
Yeah.
So, hey, we get another Charlie XCX.
Yeah, take it easy.
And Anne Hathaway, she's singing in this?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is her voice.
Yeah, and she's
great.
awesome.
I think the songs are fun. And it's interesting, like we've got Michael and we have Mother Mary.
Yeah.
If you want to go to one and just completely like lose your mind, this is the one to go to.
It's the one.
But also, I think that this is going to be one that you're going to need to see more than once. And there's so many questions that I still have that I don't want to spoil too much, but character dynamics and who these characters are in those moments is very, very much up to your interpretation.
Right.
And by the end of it, as I was talking to people, I noticed that every single person had their own idea of what they just saw.
Yeah.
That's completely different from mine. So if you like movies like that, that makes this definitely a see it for me.
Yeah, it's an art house movie that you are seeing for that reason. It feels interesting to watch. It's one I would never want to look at my phone at any point, which is why it's important to see it in the theater.
Yeah.
Because you have to pay attention.
And you can zero in on those conversations more.
And please do. It's just a little pretentious by the end.
Yeah, it is pretentious. But here's the thing. Would you rather have pretentious but well written by somebody, or Netflix, we're going to give you exposition for every single thing so you don't have to watch it?
Absolutely, the first one.
I'll take the pretentious over
me too.
it because, humans should be pretentious when we write because we're not AI.
We are film critics, so we are pretentious by nature. So, yeah.
My writing is not. Mine is like film good.
But here's the thing. It's a movie that I haven't forgotten about.
Yep.
Like I walked out going like, then what? Then what? And I'm like, maybe it doesn't matter. And so I thought about it more and more, and I've forgotten about movies within a day that I've seen in the past week. So,
Are you going to buy this on Blu-ray?
No way.
No?
No, I'm watching it one more time just to understand it and be fine.
Okay, well, there might be somebody that we know that is going to buy it on Blu-ray, and that is our good buddy Leo with the disc drop.
Hello, it's Leo, and welcome back to the disc drop, where I let you guys know everything that's new on physical media. And this week I got some bangers for you guys. A lot of great movies out this week, so let's just get right into it and show you guys everything that's new. From 20th Century Studios, we have Send Help out now on 4K. From Sony Pictures, we have 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple out now on 4K in this beautiful steelbook. From Universal Pictures, we have Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die on Blu-ray and 4K out now. From Warner Brothers, we have Sleepers out now on 4K for the first time. And if you're thinking of starting a collection, there's a sale going on right now. 3 4Ks for $33 on Amazon. Make sure to check it out. It's a great sale to start your collection. And last one, we have Shelter out now on Blu-ray. Alright guys, that was my time for this week. Thank you guys for watching. See it or skip it. Thank you guys for having me. You guys are awesome. Keep on killing it. And like I always say, keep buying physical media. It's important. Alright guys, I'll see you guys next time on the disc drop.
Thank you, Leo. Make sure that you follow him everywhere, and make sure that you watch all of his fun Blu-ray TikTok reels and stuff. He's always having a good time.
Yeah.
But let's move on to what is on streaming, and let's start with Invincible because it just wrapped up its newest season.
We have more allies to break their hold on the galaxy. Together, we have a chance to end this war forever.
I can help. How much does this job pay?
No tricks this time.
How do I know you're telling the truth?
You'll have to trust me.
We've talked about it briefly already. The animation is garbage.
Garbage.
This is rough, especially when this is such an action-heavy show to just not hit the mark. Like some of the moments are good, but a lot of them really fall. But the story is what matters with Invincible.
It is, yeah.
When we see where Omni-Man and Mark and everybody are heading with this, and how they are fighting against the Viltrumites and these new threats with this Thrag. What's his name? Thrag?
Yeah.
This guy is insanely powerful.
Yeah, he's
more
the
powerful
boss.
than anybody. It's
Right.
Henry Cavill Superman versus
truly.
David Cordsweat.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you like how I did that?
I really like it.
Yeah, okay, good.
Because one's the beefy guy, right?
You know him, right?
Yeah, sure. This one, it may sound silly. We're like, the Viltrumites, whatever. If you've seen seasons 1 through 4, if you've read the graphic novel, this is compelling stuff.
Right.
And it's just so worth watching. And even though there's no real shading to it, there's no real depth to the animation. I could go on all day.
Some backgrounds are just kind of crop zoomed.
Yeah, or when characters are flying, it's just a PNG that they're moving.
Yeah.
Right? And now, having been like, and I don't want to compare too much, but having watched anime and been like, look what you can do with animation. Look what we're doing here. But it comes out every year and a half, and I can't hate a show for coming out on the regular and delivering that kind of writing and vocal performances.
That's what I love about it. But
Yes.
I do have to say, I wouldn't mind it waiting a little longer.
Okay.
I know there was a bigger gap between season 1 and 2.
There
and
was.
that's why they rushed these next seasons, because everybody was like, well, where's the next one?
Yeah.
I think we've been properly fed now. We're like,
You're right.
we do have a lot of great stuff. And this is a perfect time with how they wrapped this season to let time pass.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Because then things can like set into
Yeah.
place, and like things can move forward where once you know shit hits the fan again,
Yeah.
we can be way further ahead in the progress.
Right.
So I really enjoyed this. Very well written.
Yes.
I am hopeful that they wait a little longer, because it seems like the criticisms are mainly
Hopefully it's getting
lobbied
to
at
them.
the animation.
Yeah.
And they do need to tweak that up just a little bit.
But yeah, it's one of those shows where sometimes you can just end a show and be like, whatever, I'll wait 2 years for the next season. I got to a point in the story where I'm like, oh, wow, what would I do? This is grim.
right.
So the fact that it helps me escape into the show makes it even better.
And it's so rare for a superhero movie to give a moral dilemma that you haven't heard a million times already.
Exactly.
So for them to continue to move that needle, we're not worried about this being underwritten. We know it will be. We're just worried about, can we make this action hit a little bit harder? Because I would argue maybe about 60-70% of this is action.
Yes.
The rest are like, pretty simple dialogue moments.
They are.
And nothing else that you need to worry about. Can we talk about the who's the guy, the Viltrumite that is he's got to be Optimus Prime, right? Is that him?
Conquest.
No.
Is that the one?
No, the good one.
Oh, the good one. Oh, not Omni-Man.
That's Optimus Prime, no? He
Oh,
sounds
Frank
just
Welker.
like him.
Is it? Yeah, I feel like it is.
Yeah, every time I heard him, he was like, well,
Yeah, the voice
we
of
are
Optimus.
going to fight the Viltrumites. It's like, whoa.
Yeah.
I like the voice acting a lot.
Yeah, it's great.
Well, make sure you guys check that out. It is all available on Prime right now, and make sure you get the ad-free, because it just takes way too long.
It's horrible.
Their ad plan is crazy.
Yeah.
Also out on Netflix, it just premiered 2 weeks ago or last week. This is Beef Season 2.
I think deep down we both knew it was a temporary band-aid.
Band-aid for what?
For the immense pain of knowing that you picked the wrong person. How did I not realize this sooner?
I'm gonna record it.
Oscar Isaac, Carey Mulligan.
Yeah.
We've got a very interesting dynamic between couples,
Yes.
as opposed to what was happening with Ali Wong and Steven Yeun. I don't know if this necessarily worked as well as I wanted it to. This basically a young couple catch Oscar Isaac and Carey Mulligan in a heated exchange.
Right.
That can heavily be misinterpreted as like a threat to violence.
Yeah.
And so now that they're with this footage, they work for Oscar Isaac at this golf course where he's the manager, and all of the rich people are kind of like, hey, amigo, come help me with this. And,
Right.
And like, he thinks he's a part of the group, but he's not necessarily. They're way lower than that as well. But they decide, what if we just use this footage as collateral
Blackmail.
to get health
Yeah,
insurance? Like,
exactly.
we could really use some help with insurance, and we're part-time. We're not getting paid for that.
Right.
So they leverage a deal with them, and from that point, you see these couples finding how do we just sabotage each other, or how do we get more from each other?
Exactly.
And exploit each other.
And I love shows with escalations. I love shows where there's consequences to every action, right? The, Beef Season 1, for example, right? It's just two
it's a
despicable
perfect
people.
season.
Perfect season. This one, there are moments that you're like, that couldn't have happened without this happening. However, sometimes within the season, it's only 8 episodes, they kind of, okay, that's fine. We're good. And then it's like two characters like, well, we kind of hate each other. We may get a divorce now. I'm like, okay, sure.
Yeah.
That works. And then all of a sudden you have the Korean mafia involved, which led up to that, and I like that it escalated. I think the point of this season was that everything is eventual. Everything is meant to happen within this sphere. And they kind of show that in the very last scene of the entire show.
Yeah.
And I love the theme of that. I just don't know if the way it got there, which became quite silly by the last episode,
Yes.
was deserved.
That was one issue. It got a little too silly. It got a little bit too lost in its own plots.
Yes.
That they were trying to like make everything work. Tell me the name of the guy actor.
Oh, Charles Melton.
Charles. I met him. And I
Oh,
melted
yeah.
my heart.
Yeah, right.
Melted my pants every time. He is just.
He's from Riverdale, and then he was in what, May, December.
Yep.
And he was nominated for an Oscar for that one.
Yep. He
Great
was
young
incredible
actor.
in that.
Yes.
He's so funny in this.
Yes.
Him and Kaylee Spencer are the young
Kaylee
couple.
Spaney. Yeah.
Spaney. Yep. They're both great. But I don't know. What's great about these is that it's always about class.
Yeah.
And how one class is messing with another class, which is messing with another one. That also was happening with the other with Beef season 1.
Yes.
And everyone has a boss that is just gonna mess with them. I love that.
Yeah.
They do a good job of bringing that in, and I understand now why they went with the different approach with different characters, because you can keep that theme going through any scenario with any type of character. I just think they had too much to do in this, and eventually it just turned too melodramatic.
Yeah.
And it turned into a little bit of like a cheesy soap romance.
Yeah.
Where it was like, well, love is love, and that's why. And it didn't work as well as the first season, and it's tough to beat that first season because it's perfect in my opinion.
And I feel like the way this last episode subverts the entire, your expectations or hopes for the characters. You're like, oh, okay, yeah, I guess you had to do that with the story. Whereas the way Beef season 1 ended, you're like, oh, consequences.
It just did not let up.
Right.
This one had a little bit more levity to it, and a lot of stuff where it went, okay, now we're just like way far down the road than where we were originally.
But performance-based, everyone is on.
Yeah,
Carey Mulligan, Oscar Isaac, everyone is just on.
Yep, and it was fun. Have you ever seen Inside Llewyn Davis?
Yes.
I love the return of Oscar and Carey.
Right.
Going back and forth.
Yeah, it's great.
So that totally worked. I don't know. I can't say, it's tough to be like, it's not the best, but it's because it's up against the best.
Sure. I think as far as Netflix series go, because sometimes we're a little harsh, I think it's a high quality one.
I think so.
Yeah, I'd recommend it to people.
Just isn't as good as the first one.
No.
So maybe go in with that expectation.
Yeah.
But it's a see it from both of us.
Yes.
And finally, there's one other that's out, this Hulk Hogan documentary that just came out literally last night.
In wrestling, you should be remembered from all the wars you've done and everything you've done. Look at this! Don't believe it! Some people hate me, but after I'm gone, I think people don't know the truth. Who was this guy really? Oh, that's the hardest part, standing up.
So he's passed away.
Right.
But he filmed an entire documentary already about his life, how it started in WrestleMania and WWF, and
right.
You're a big fan of wrestling.
I'm a big fan. I watched WrestleMania over this last weekend, and they showed so many commercials. I'm like, I feel like I've seen it. I will be watching it just because it's a controversial life of like a larger than life figure.
Yes.
Someone that saved an industry or created an industry.
That's what I want to talk to you about. What is your favorite era?
Oh, I'm the Attitude Era. I'm about 97 to 2000.
Is that where he turned?
So he was pretty much out. He was gone from WWE or WWF at that time and in another company. And so honestly, it's when the hokey era ended is when I really enjoyed wrestling. Because he was more the hokey, campy era.
Right.
Yes.
What about New World Order?
And so that's him. That was him. And honestly, I didn't really watch much of it.
Yeah.
Because I felt like, oh, he's a little too old. And all those guys, they're not great. But I still like the dramatics of wrestling. I like the soap opera elements.
Yep. There's a lot of talk about like his drive to continue to do it, but still so old to the point where, and all the things that affected his body, how he basically just lied for years about steroid use. Of
course.
And then, the Hogan show and all of that. I think it's 4 episodes and it's about 5 hours. It does not need to be that long.
What, 2 hours? Would that be fine?
3. I would even take a 3-episode arc made more sense to me than how. But I think each episode is about his eras.
Okay.
in wrestling. So in that case, I guess it's worthwhile, but
You'd have
it's
to be-
just so long.
You'd have to be a hardcore wrestling fan or a Hogan fan, right?
I'm not, and that's the thing.
But,
maybe
yeah.
it will work for you. But
Yeah.
For that long to sit and watch that, I don't know. Eventually,
Yeah.
it was like, especially once they get into the later stuff, because I was interested more in like the wrestling side.
Mm-hmm.
We already knew about the sex tape. We already knew about like the tension with his family.
Right.
And it kind of ends on a dour note in that sense.
Gotcha.
But also, Brooke wasn't even involved. Like there's just like
Yeah, his own daughter.
archived audio
Yeah.
from 2009 or something that they just put in. But
Interesting.
She wasn't involved. I don't know. It's definitely for wrestling fans.
Okay,
Like,
I will
this
watch
is one
it.
that you're gonna love in that case.
Yeah.
Was he your guy?
I mean, when I was 10, right? When
Okay.
you're 10 and you watch wrestling and you're like, yeah, this is cool, and Hulk Hogan's the hero because that's what you're told to really like. That's how wrestling goes. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who are you rooting for between him and The Rock?
Oh, see, I am a Stone Cold fan or Undertaker. But yeah, it'd be The Rock.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm way out of my element
Yeah.
even asking
Oh.
you questions about
I
this
could do a
stuff.
30-minute TED Talk about the history of WWE. We'll save it for another time.
When I was a lad.
Yes, indeed. Or now. Whatever.
The rope's cold to me.
I was in a wrestling league when I was a teenager. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh, no. So like a WWE wrestling?
No, like a trampoline wrestling league. And
trampoline wrestling.
My friends and I would light each other on fire.
What?
Yeah. My name
Wait.
My name was the Spelling Bee. True story.
Because he stung him or
Yeah, and I would spell all of my
you
finishing moves. And
spell
then,
swear words at him?
Yeah, absolutely.
I hate that it's only us in the room here that you told me that.
Yeah.
too. Like,
We'll keep-
I've got to clip this out and
We'll
put
keep
it
that
somewhere.
between us, okay?
Yeah, just between us.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. That about does it for this episode. We're going to be off next week, but we will be back the week after, and that's when we're starting to dip into the summer movie season.
Yeah.
And I think what's up first, Mandalorian and Grogu is the
Yeah,
first
it's coming
big one.
right
or Mortal
up.
Kombat 2.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat Obsession. We have a couple good ones. In the Gray with Guy Ritchie. So
Lots to jump into. This is going to be a wild movie season
Yeah.
coming up. But thank you, Kent, for joining.
Thank
Where
you.
can the people find you?
The Bacon Cell Podcast and ShowtimeShowdown.com.
And follow us on all of our Instagram. And now you can watch me on KSL. I'll
Yeah.
be doing movie reviews for the noon show. So
Love
tune
it.
into that Thursdays, Fridays, and around 12. And with that being said, thank you so much as always for watching. And we will see you at the next review.